Hey, good afternoon. I hope everybody's doing okay out there, and I hope everybody is staying as safe as they possibly can during these weird times. I know everybody's ready to kind of get things back to normal, no matter how long that may take. I just hope that you all are staying safe and spending some quality time with your family and your loved ones, and trying to make the most of this crazy situation. So today, I just want to kind of update you guys about the investment property that my wife and I bought back in December of 2019. My entire life, or since I've been an adult, I've been interested in buying and selling a house. I've been interested in trying to flip a house. One of my favorite shows in college was Flip This House. And I used to always watch House Hunters and anything dealing with real estate. And that's one of the reasons why I actually became a realtor, because I love real estate, and I love buying. I love helping people buy real estate, and I also enjoy, helping sellers sell their real estate. But as far as the flip is concerned, so a former colleague of mine, he posted on Facebook and did really good. He had a really good renovation and a really good flip. And I said, you know what, this is something I've been wanting to do. Let me reach out to this guy and get some information about how I can do the same thing. And I reached out to him. He gave me the information I needed, and I contacted the guy, got on his email distribution list. When I say the guy, the wholesaler, and the rest is history. I came across one property that I was really interested in, and I told him I want to meet him. My wife and I took the kids to the house. The kids actually thought that we were buying the house for us, and believe it or not, but I said, this is the one. There was another investor there at the time, so it's he and I who were basically going to be the ones who were interested in the house. And I said, you know what, this is mine. So we put a deposit down and we bought the house. After that, we got it fixed up, and we were able to get it under contract back in March, and officially today it closed. So it was not without a lot of pain and a lot of struggle and a lot of stress. I have found out in this process that I am definitely a tortoise and not a hare. I totally believe in methodically building wealth. That's what we have, been doing, and I was totally okay with that until I decided to try this crazy idea. I have no regrets. I'm happy that we did this. I'm happy that I got it out of my system. But man, this game ain't for everybody. This game is not for everybody. There were so many sleepless nights and so much anxiety, so much stress, just wondering about who and when the house would sell. And to be frankly honest with you, I think the fact that taking on debt to acquire this property and to fix up this property was one of the scariest parts. My wife and I, we clawed our way out of debt probably about 3 years back, and I'm gonna tell you this: there's a saying that the borrower is slave to a lender, and my entire adulthood, I was a slave to the lender. We were making payments, we owed money, and when you finally get out of debt, it's the best feeling in the world. And in order to purchase this property and fix it up, we literally went back into debt again, and we gave up so much of our security blanket from savings to make this happen. And I will tell you, literally overnight, that we went from a very comfortable situation to a very, very uncomfortable situation. And it was scary. It was really scary. I have no regrets. The financial aspect is not what's important right now. I think what's important is the fact that I did something I always wanted to do, and I can always say I got that out of my system. I like to tell people this is my first flip and it's my last flip. And I know my wife right now wouldn't be having any more of it, just because she understands how I get when I'm financially stressed. It's just I don't know. Some things bother people. Some things bother some people more than it bothers others. And I will tell you, financial stress is just one of those things that just eats me alive. And I would rather not have that anxiety and be completely free of debt than to go into debt and, you know, have such high levels of anxiety, you know, in order to try to make a few bucks here and there. So I just wanted to update you guys with that whole situation. You know, hopefully the wire will hit the account pretty soon, and we can have our financial lives back. But just a little information about it. So I had a buyer actually went under contract the first time in late February. Of course, I was excited about that. Then the buyer backed out after he saw the inspection. He kind of freaked out a little bit. His agent was able to convince him, hey, these really aren't, you know, these repairs aren't that big of a deal. There was termite damage that I had to fix. So everything that was on the inspection report, I took care of it, you know. And he actually decided to back out again. So we went under contract twice, and he backed out twice. So I said, you know what, I can't take this anymore. So I actually dropped the price. And then like 2 days later, I get a call from an agent and say, hey man, this is the house. My client really wants this house. So we worked it out. We were able to work out some pretty good numbers for him and for us, enough to get it sold, you know. And then this whole COVID-19 stuff hit. And about 10 days ago, I text him, because the whole time after I heard this COVID-19, my anxiety levels just spiked that much higher, because I was like, people were out here losing jobs, and you know, I hope the buyer of my house doesn't lose his job or something, you know, because I already had one buyer back out twice. So I texted him about 10 days ago, and I said, hey man, how's everything looking? So he said, please call me. And I was like, oh Lord, this guy usually texts me back. He never says, please call me. So I called him, and he said that the lender raised the requirements from a 620 to a 660 credit score. And I think his buyer was around the 625 in that range. So they dropped him. And literally, I felt such a huge weight come on my back at that time. It's like I had got hit with a sledgehammer, because I had to get rid of this. Like, I had to get rid of this house, and it was just so stressful. But the good news was that the buyer's agent put him in touch with a guy that he had worked with in the past, and the guy was able to get him qualified and closed in about 9 days. And I'll tell you right now that my level of anxiety due to finances is literally like almost gone that fast. You know, my wife and I are very fortunate to work in the careers, and for the employer that we do, we're blessed, you know. And obviously anybody who knows me knows I'm a very empathetic person, and it's a sad situation for so many people out there, and I can't, you know, begin to understand what some people are going through. I can try as much as I can, you know. And these are people who didn't do things wrong, you know. These are people who slowly built small businesses, people who go to work every day, and people who, you know, who grind it out, people who pull themselves up by the bootstraps. And these are people who have been decimated, you know. And I feel really bad for these people. And you know, I felt a particular level of stress from this whole deal, and I'm just so fortunate, and we're so excited to finally get this burden off of our hands, and now just go back to, you know, doing things slowly and methodically like we've been doing for years now. And we're just excited to be able to say we're gonna be debt free again. As soon as that money clears that account, everything's getting paid off, and you know, savings will be reimbursed, and you know, we'll have our financial lives back. But just you know, we have been in control of our financial lives for so long, and literally overnight, when we decided to make this decision, we handed it over to others. Like, other forces were actually in control of our financial lives. Like, had so it's crazy. But even the lender, the closing date was supposed to be April 13th, and even the lender was like, "Can you do April 9th? Because with all these layoffs going on, we just got to get them closed." And it's just sad that we have to even think like that. Like, you know, we have to get this deal done before this individual gets laid off or fired or whatever. So, you know, I'm excited for me, and I'm excited for my family. But it's hard to be so joyous when there's so many people out there who are losing everything, you know. But I just wanted to kind of reach out. I know a lot of people have asked me questions. I get so many different Facebook messages about buying and selling a house. You know, I personally enjoy helping buyers and sellers 100 times more than I enjoy flipping a house. Like, when you totally can take the emotion out of it when it's not yours, you know. But when it's yours, it's just totally emotional. Every decision you make is stressful, and you know, I decided I retired from the game of flipping houses after one time, and I can proudly say that. But hey, you all stay safe and stay careful out there, and you know, hug a loved one. I was just informed, just found out from one of the realtors with my company that one of the sellers she was actually under contract with, he passed from this horrific disease. So yeah, they didn't get to the closing table or anything, but he has passed. So it's just scary times for everybody. It's scary times for everybody. So just y'all just be safe out there, and you know, hug your loved ones and tell them how much you love them. Okay. But I appreciate you all. If y'all have any questions, definitely feel free to send me a message. You know, there are some people out here there who are doing big things with real estate as far as investing is concerned, and I have the formula now. Like, I can go out there, and I believe that I can make it happen. I choose not to spend time doing that anymore. It's just, for me, it's just way too stressful. So, but hey, that's it. Y'all have a great day, and y'all, you know, stay blessed out there and stay careful. Okay. All right. Thank you.